So, Kamala Harris will win, says, well, the Financial Times. Guys, welcome to the channel, The Modern Survivalist. As always, trying to get you better prepared for the world in which we're already living in and things to come, which are really not good. Let me make this perfectly clear. I think that whoever wins, it's not going to be making a massive difference for the things that matter. Superficial aspects, even some things regarding the cultural Marxism, feeling more empowered or not. But Trump was already present. He did not put a stop to all of this insanity when he could, when he was there for 4 years. So I just call it as I see it, man. If you feel different, by all means, have all of the hope you want. I don't trust any of these. I don't trust politicians in general, but specifically with these two. And having had them both in office in one way or another, I mean, Camila Harris is VP right now. Trump was president. And I don't see anything that gives me much hope. Again, feel free to believe different and feel different. That's okay. Why is it that these people then think that Kamala Harris will win? Let's check this out. There are 5 days to go, but even the best coverage of the U.S. presidential election cannot give us any sense of which way things will go. That's because of so much social engineering, so much gaslighting, so much lying, so much perverse agenda from the elite that owns all of these media lobbies. We don't have actual information. It is all lies. It is all propaganda created to achieve this sense of confusion and instability by which, well, anything could go. When the hell was that? How come is it this in a country as polarized as the United States is right now, in a society in general, globally, I'm talking about the entire world being more polarized than ever between right and left. So much so, there's no left anymore. There's just the brave social justice warriors, and then there's the evil far right. There's no more center. There's no more right or more liberal or more to left. No, you're either far right crazy person that needs to be destroyed, or you're a complete absolute Marxist crazy person that belongs to a cult. That's basically the two positions that you're in. And even if you're not in one of those, you will be labeled as such, right? So if you believe the polls, the race is a dead heat. If you believe the so-called prediction models, Donald Trump is slightly more likely to win than Kamala. So why the hell is it that you think that Kamala will win if you say the opposite here? I believe neither. I decided to treat polls as uninformative after the 2022 midterm elections, where many people whose judgment on U.S. politics I trust more than mine took the polls to show a red wave. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Guys, remember the red wave? Remember the red wave. Yes, there's things that happen that we cannot even talk about here in YouTube, because YouTube is that way in which if you raise certain questions and doubts about the legitimacy of certain things, you get into trouble. So we won't do that here, right? We trust our overlords, but it is true that the red wave was not so much of a red wave, was it? You could feel it beyond the numbers, beyond the lobbying from the mainstream media, beyond all of that. The red wave was, I'm just staying home. Why even bother? There was a lot of that. Could it happen again? It could. I honestly don't know. I honestly don't know what will happen. I have a slight suspicion of what will happen. I think that the elite favors one of the candidates more than other, and that would be Kamala Harris, their go-to option, even though I believe they have both of them in their pockets. I mean, personal opinion of mine. I believe I still have the right to have one of those. I think, unfortunately, that's the case. But let's go on. It didn't happen, and I have seen no totally convincing explanation as to why that would make trust U.S. political polls again. My own attempt to make sense of this concluded that not just that, and, well, it could be a number of things. The 2022 failure came on top of the polls misses in 2016 and 2020. Not that I'm less of a poll junkie than my next journalist polls. Well, basically, he chooses not to believe that Trump has a slight edge and is slightly more likely to win. there is a thing about the margin of error. That is still very much true. And I still think that according to the official numbers or the unofficial numbers that different companies and outlets provide, it is in all of them very, very close. So it could honestly go either way. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. But it will be interesting. We have a few interesting days ahead of us. You do see a last resort, desperate attempt from the mainstream media to just throw as much dirt as they can on Trump. It is getting kind of ridiculous, maybe even a little bit funny. So hey, we at least have that. See you later, guys. Take care.